Alrighty, what's up, Big Blue Nation, and welcome to the Wildcat Zone. I'm your host, Daniel Bentley. This is episode 20. It is a face reveal for myself. Finally got something semi set up so I can record myself giving my game reviews, my awards after every game, the whole 9 yards. The face to the voice makes his debut, I guess you could say. But unfortunately, the Cats lost tonight, senior night, against the number 5 ranked team in the nation, the Florida Gators, an 84-77 loss. Today's episode, I'm going to just give my thoughts on the game, give out my MVP, my clutch player, my spark plug player of the game, and just kind of talk about what's coming after this. We got the SEC tournament coming up. It's going to be interesting. March is going to be the rest of March is going to be interesting for us. I'll just give my thoughts on March, what I think, what's going to happen, what could possibly happen. Nobody knows until we get to the games, but yeah, this is episode 20. This is me. I'm Daniel Bentley, and you're in the Wildcat Zone. Here we are. I am on Facebook, Spotify, YouTube. Just give me a follow, subscribe, share, like, retweet, whatever you want to call it. I don't think Twitter's a thing anymore, but hey, help me out. I'm starting this as a new thing, so this is the Wildcat Zone, and I'm Daniel Bentley. Let's get into it. So coming into this game, I thought we could get revenge. I really did. I thought Aberdeen and OA would carry us to a victory, and we got close, but we weren't close enough. It was very early set. Florida set the tone. We went down 11-0. We couldn't make layups just like the last time we played them. Their defense was smothering us. Seems like anytime somebody plays tough defense on this team, this Kentucky team, they just look lost. They unravel. And when they're not hitting shots outside the arc, they look like they don't know what they're doing. But Florida set the tone. We got it within one in the first half, and then it was just a downhill spiral. The seniors, I'll give a shout out to them. This was their night. Aberdeen, OA, Tao, and Walker Horn. Congratulations. You made it to senior night. I was hoping he would start the 2 walk-ons just to see what they do. I was hoping we could get Walker Horn to go in there, bust a 3 on the number 5 team in the nation. Man, Rupp would have went nuts. But I understand the strategic behind it. Why would you put walk-ons on? Pope didn't follow tradition, I guess you could say. It's always been a tradition to put all the seniors in, regardless of what their status is, if they're able to play, whether they're a walk-on or whether they're a starter. We didn't do that this game. Don't know why. This was kind of weird, kind of breaking tradition in a way. I don't know if Cal ever done that or not. I don't think. We didn't hardly have any 4-year guys, 5-year guys under Cal, so I don't quite remember. But, yeah, Florida set the tone. They outmatched us everywhere. They were scoring in the paint. They were shooting threes like it was nobody's business. It was just like the last game. We'd get close. We'd go on a little bit of a run. And as much as Jimmy Dyke said it every time, Florida would punch back. Every time we'd throw haymakers, they'd counter it. They'd go down and bust a 3. Or they'd go down and get a layup or a dunk. We didn't get good minutes out of Chandler tonight. He was smothered all night. He couldn't get a good look. Jasper was so tonight, this afternoon. We did get some good minutes from BG. We got some good minutes from Diabate, so I'll get on that a little bit later. Owe played the game of his life like I thought he would. Aberdeen did not. I thought he'd come out shooting the lights out. But it took him a little bit to get started, but he ended up scoring in double figures. But this game was a prime example of if you shut down one of the three that are the main scorers, you're going to beat Kentucky. That's what Florida done. They shut down Chandler. They shut down Marino, kind of, a little bit. He's still a freshman. He was playing against an upperclassman, a guy that's bigger than him, stronger than him, But he held his own, so I'll give him kudos for that. But we just got manhandled, man. We had a chance to come back. We got it within 5 there with the last 30 seconds. I thought we were going to come back and win. There was a missed out-of-bounds call and, all kinds of different things. Shot clock, game clock, messing up. I don't know. Somebody didn't want that game to end. Somebody wanted Kentucky to win. You could tell. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it was just coincidence. Things happen. But the missed out-of-bounds call was bad. Florida got away with a couple travels there in the last minute or so, but you can't blame the refs. We should have never been in that situation. I'm not celebrating that we only lost by 7, which is 2 more than what we lost in Gainesville. But if we'd have played that hard in the last minute like we did, or if we played the whole game like we did in the last minute of game, then we probably won that game. So, that's my thoughts on it. This team has been so wishy-washy, up and down. It's been a roller coaster of a season. You don't know what type of team you're going to get. You don't know if they're going to come out and dominate like they did against Vanderbilt, or they're going to come out and just roll over. You don't know. And unfortunately, that's just the season we've had with our $22 million roster. I know nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to think about that, but come on. So that's my thoughts on the game. We were outmatched. We had a chance to come back. I will praise that they showed tons of fight. But I'm not going to praise that we lost. Never going to praise that we lose. But you got to remember, it's the number 5 team in the nation. They're playing like a national championship team. They're going to be hard to beat. And by anybody, especially in March, they're going to be hard to beat. So for the first time, by the end of all the games tonight in the SEC, Kentucky's going to make history come next week in the SEC tournament. Not history that we want to make. It's the first time that we'll probably most likely play on Wednesday. We'll get an 8 or 9 seed in the SEC tournament, which I believe would be the first time ever from what I've seen on Facebook. Pope said he come here to set records, and he's not setting the positive ones right now. This is year 2, so pump the brakes. It's year 2. He probably didn't have the team that he thought he was going to have with Lowe being out. Williams getting hurt. Quayton's just kind of not being a factor. So it wasn't the team. We knew coming in here Quayton's wouldn't be really a factor till about this time of the year. But you lost 2 main guys that you were playing. Your main point guard and another shooter. So he's not been able to play the game and coach this team how he's wanted. I don't think. I think it's just kind of been a puzzle for him to try to figure out. Now I don't know if he's ever figured it out. To be honest with you, it don't look like it. I mean, with considering how we go from dominating Vandy to losing at Texas A&M the way we did, and then getting dominated by Florida the entire game in this game, and then showing last second fight like we did. I just don't understand. I don't understand the concept. I don't understand the play. I don't get it. But I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I'm just going to move on to my MVP. And my MVP of the game is Otega Owe, senior night tonight. He was going to play his mind out, and he did. He scored 28 points. He had 5 rebounds, 2 assists. He was the only one scoring in this game, it seemed like, especially in the first half. I mean, if Otega's the only one scoring, we're not going to win the game. We've seen it all season. Other guys got to produce. Basketball's not a one-man sport. It's a team sport, right? So, Otega gets our MVP, so kudos to him. Senior night. I hate it's the last time we get to see him play in Rupp Arena. I hate that it was a loss. I'm sure they hate it too, so hopefully they can kind of muster up some magic. And we'll see. We'll see what happens in March. So my clutch player and my spark plug player are the same player, so I'm going to talk about him in the same. Diabate had some fantastic minutes. Even when we were down 20, he was still driving to the basket like it was a 1-point game. He was fighting all the way to the end. Earlier in the season, this guy frustrated the crap out of me. Frustrated me so bad. Because it was like he was trying to play me ball. He still kind of does that, but at least he's been scoring points and getting other teams in foul trouble. But then this game, this was a game built for him. You know, down physical in the post. That's his style. That's what we need because Marino, he's still kind of young. He's skinny. He ain't got much muscle on him. So he's going to get pushed around, right? He's a freshman in the big boy league of the SEC. Diabate's season, he's a junior, man. He loves physical contact. And he showed it today. He got 10 points, 6 rebounds. He always come in clutch with some rebounds. He has in conference play here recently. The one I can think of is the one against Tennessee inside Rupp. The missed free throw. Diabate grabs it, kicks it out. We win the game, right? So he's been clutch for us. And he was a spark plug player for this game because he was just driving every second that it took. He was fighting to the end. And that's what you want to see, especially around this time. He was like that a lot for Alabama last year. He was a main factor for them. He was their spark plug, I guess you could say, last season. And he made a 3, first one ever in conference play for Kentucky. Man, he keeps playing like this. I don't know. I don't know. I just hope we can get everybody on the same page. And but yeah, those are my MVP, my clutch player, and my spark plug players. Otega Owe, Double O, Otegatron, and Big Mo Diabate. Those are my award winners for this game. I hate that we lost. I hate that we're probably going to be an 8 or 9 seed for the SEC tournament. But what was it Cal used to say? Kentucky's built for March. This team, I mean, you got a coach that has played in the tournament, won a national championship in the tournament. So hopefully he can beat this in their head that if they lose 2 more games, they're done for the rest of the season. Now, this season has been a roller coaster of a season. We went from beating the projected #1 team in an exhibition game that didn't matter. We mopped the floor with Purdue to getting blown out by Gonzaga and Michigan State in Alabama to beating Indiana, losing close ones in Louisville and to North Carolina, beating St. John's. You think they turn the corner, and they lose 2 straight in conference play to Alabama, who has had our number for the past couple of years, and to Missouri at home in Rupp Arena. They blow that one. And they go on a run, went on the road at Tennessee, beat Tennessee again, get blown out by Vandy in Nashville. So it's been an up and down season. I mean, they lose a game they should have won against Georgia. They lose a game they should have won against Texas A&M, Auburn. I mean, it's been a roller coaster of a season, and these guys, they show that they can beat anybody, but they also show that they can get beat by anybody. So NCAA wise, I don't know where we're going to end up. I don't know what seed line we're going to be. Maybe a 6, 7, 8 seed in the NCAA. It just depends on how far we get in the SEC tournament. Depends on who we get matched up with in the SEC tournament. I know I don't want to see Tennessee again. I don't want to see Arkansas again. You know, I don't want to see. I mean, likely Florida's going to make it to the championship game. Let's be honest. They're red hot right now. So we will see. It's March. It's Kentucky's time of the year, right? I hate it that we've had such a up and down season, but we'll see. The 2014 team with the Harrison twins. I forget who else was on that team, but it was a team that had a similar season to this Kentucky team that we had this year. Up and down, getting beat, losing games they weren't supposed to lose, beating people they weren't supposed to beat. You know, they went all the way to the Final Four and lost the championship game to UConn. So, who knows? Maybe come next week, we'll see a different team. Maybe we'll see Cam Williams back. Quayton's, I don't see playing. Maybe 5 minutes. But when it gets to NCAA time, tournament time, I mean, we're going to have to win. You're just going to have to score more points. You're going to have to play out of your mind every night. Play like you did against Vanderbilt. Play like you did against St. John's, Indiana. And the comebacks at Tennessee and versus Tennessee and Rupp. You're going to have to, everybody's going to have to play their A game. Nobody can be lazy. Nobody can be, disassociated. Everybody's got to contribute if we're going to go on a run in March. If we're going to go on a run in March. Who knows? We may lose 2 in a row. We may lose the first round of the SEC tournament and then lose in the first round of the NCAA tournament. And I believe Big Blue Nation will go nuclear if that is the case. We fire poke people will be with pitchforks and torches in Lexington. But you just got to remember it's year 2. We didn't have everybody we thought we were going to have. So I think that's really played a factor. That and Pope's indecisiveness and how he leans so heavily on analytics has kind of screwed us this year. So hey, we'll have him next year. Year 3 will be crunch time for Pope. The seat will be warm and hot, and I hate that because I want him to do good because he's one of us. But depending on how far you go in the NCAA tournament, the SEC tournament really don't matter. It's just bragging rights for the conference. I mean, we hold the most championships anyway in the SEC tournament. So, we'll see. We'll see where we end up for the SEC tournament. We'll likely play on Wednesday. We may even be the first game. Maybe it'll be a revenge game for us. Maybe it won't. We'll have to wait and see. So, yeah, it's March. Let's go. I hope they don't lose another game. I don't think it's going to happen, but I want them to prove me wrong. I really do. Because I bleed blue. PBN, Kentucky till I die. Jasper Johnson has that shirt. I have a shirt that says that. So, yeah. It's March, people. Just keep supporting them. Maybe they got something special cooked up for us and we just don't know it yet. Who knows? We'll just have to watch, support, and see. So, congratulations to our seniors. Even though you didn't win the game, I mean, I'm sure it's a big accomplishment. 4 years in college. It's a big accomplishment. And being a student athlete on top of that. Kudos to them. Hard work and dedication. So, thank you guys for listening. Just put in the comments of what your reaction will be, what you think, how far we will go. If we'll win the SEC, or if we'll go out first round, or second round, third round, or NCAA tournament, if we'll make it to the Sweet 16 again, or make it to the Elite 8, or even make it to the Final Four, or even make it to the championship game. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. It all depends on what type of bracket we get in. But it doesn't look like any bracket's going to be too friendly like it was last year. They put us in the same bracket as Tennessee. I think they done it on purpose. But it's March. And always, don't forget to crack you open a cold L8, 100% Kentucky made. And Godspeed. And go Cats.
This is the Wildcat Zone!
What does the Wildcat say?